Hello everyone, it's Rachel. Welcome to my channel and to today's video, which is one I've been looking forward to filming for a little while now, and that is about cloth diapering. Cloth diapering is something that can seem to be a bit intimidating. I know it was for me when I first started looking into it. There's just so much information about it. There's different kinds of diapers, different kinds of inserts, there's the whole washing thing. But once you get going, it really isn't as challenging as it seems to be. We have been cloth diapering for just a little over a year now with our first, who is 19 months old, and we are planning to cloth diaper our second as well, who's currently just a month. Cloth diapering for us has been a really great experience. I have learned a lot over the past year of cloth diapering. And so today I thought I'd sit down with you guys and just share some of the things I've learned through my cloth diapering experience. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So before I can really jump into all of the how we cloth diaper, kind of first need to start by talking about the diapers themselves. So there's a bunch of different kinds of cloth diapers you can get. There's all-in-one, which basically is the insert is like attached to the diaper, which means you don't have to do any stuffing or anything like that. It's all just ready to go. You put it on your baby, you throw it on the wash, and it's ready to go on your baby again. Then there are diaper covers. It's just basically the outer shell, which the inserts go right into it, and those go right up against your baby's bum. These are probably the cheapest option just because you don't need quite as many diapers, because you don't need to replace the cover every single time you change a diaper. Whereas with the all-in-one or even the pocket diapers, which I'll talk about in a minute, you have to replace those every single time because they're right up against the baby's bum, and so they get wet from the pee and they need to be changed. But the covers, as long as there's no poop on them, you could just change the inserts out and use the cover again. The third option, and this is the one we went with, and that is the pocket diapers, which is basically a diaper with a little pocket in it for you to stick the inserts in. Just a second. We chose to go this route just because it is the most versatile. You can change up the inserts or how many you put in, whereas with all-in-one, what's there is kind of what you get unless you put another one on top against your baby's bum. They do require a little bit more work though, as you do have to stuff them every time you take them out of the wash. Similar with the diaper covers, you have to put the inserts in them. With the pockets, the same, you have to stuff them with the inserts. Some people, if time is something that you don't have a lot of, you don't want to spend the time to stuff all your diapers, then this is probably not the best option for you. And maybe the all-in-one is something you want to look into. But pocket diapers are what we have done, and they have worked great for us. Had to interrupt to get my coffee. So those are the different cloth diaper options. There are also different inserts. The ones I've come across are bamboo, microfiber, hemp, charcoal bamboo, and you can also get a blend of bamboo and microfiber. They all have different absorption levels, which is why they're made out of different materials. I believe the charcoal bamboo is a higher absorption, and it also is black, which means you don't have to deal with staining from the poop. That is something we have dealt with on some of our inserts. If some of the poop gets into the pocket and on the inserts get stained a lovely brown color. With the charcoal inserts, that is less likely to be an issue because they are black or really dark gray. Hemp inserts are another one that I believe hold a little bit more liquid or absorb more. From what I've heard, the material does tend to be a bit more rough, so it is probably not one you want to put in a cover diaper where it's sitting right up against the baby's skin, because that might be a little bit irritating for them. So something softer like a bamboo insert might be a better option. There's also microfiber. One of the cloth diapers we got comes with a mix of bamboo and microfiber. We did have an incident where we got some just straight microfiber diaper inserts, but our son ended up getting a pretty bad rash, and we believed it was from the inserts, so we stopped using them and it cleared up afterwards. That is one of the inserts that skin can be a little bit more sensitive to, so you might just want to keep an eye out if you're using microfiber, just for any rashes or anything like that, any signs that your baby skin is aggravated by the microfiber. So we have bought our diapers from two different companies. The ones we use for our son are these ones by Le Petit Ours. I'm probably not saying that totally correctly. My French is really pretty much non-existent. You can get them with these snaps, the buttons on them, or you can get them with Velcro, which is something we decided not to go for because I know my son is going to get to a point where he will learn to take that off, and I don't want him running around the house taking off his diaper. So we decided to go with snaps, and these have worked really well. They have a lot of different options at the top, so you can make them smaller simply by buttoning them down, and then it'll make the diaper smaller so it can fit a smaller baby. And then as they get bigger, you can undo them. And then they also have all the buttons across the top as well, so you can make them tighter or looser as your baby grows. These diapers also have, they have the two they call them gussets on the inside, as well as a pocket at the top and at the bottom, which I find is really nice because then when you throw them in the wash, you don't have to take the inserts out. You can just throw them in the wash and they'll come out on their own, which is really nice because they're all soaked in pee, and less you have to handle them, the better. And these ones come with bamboo inserts. Each diaper comes with 2 inserts in them, which I find is a good amount because it'll last them longer. So we use 2 in the night, and then we use 1 occasionally throughout the day. If we're going out, we'll use 2 inserts. We do have some diapers with just 1, so we have some extra. I will say, if you're ordering from Le Petit Ours, sometimes their colors aren't exactly as pictured. I ordered some diapers from them and they were not the color I was expecting at all. So I ended up returning them and getting some more neutral colors that I could trust were going to be exactly what I expected them to be. So just a heads up if you do end up ordering from that company. But I love their cloth diapers and they've worked really great for us. The other diapers we have, these are also pocket diapers, and these are from the company Nora's Nursery. I love the colors from this diaper set. It came with, I believe, I think it was 6 different colors. All really nice neutrals. Love the color palette. The cream color did end up being a little bit more pinkish, which works out great because we'll be using them on her and she's a girl, so that's fine. And these also have the same, the buttons up the top to make the diaper shorter, and the buttons across to make the diaper tighter or more loose, depending on what your baby needs. The difference between these pocket diapers and the Le Petit Ours ones is that these ones only have 1 pocket at the top, which I find sometimes the inserts do not come out on their own in the wash. So I'll leave them in. Looks like I'll be changing a diaper in a minute. I'll leave the inserts in for the wash, and then when I throw them in the dryer, I'll usually have to pull them out of the diaper because they'll still be stuck inside. So that is something that's a little bit less convenient, but I still really like these diapers. The Nora's Nursery diaper does not have the double gussets, it just has the 1, but it does tend to be wider than the Le Petit Ours, so it covers more of their butt. I don't know that it really makes a difference having the double gussets or not. He is still blown out in the diapers with the double gussets. These diapers come with just 1 insert. So we did end up having to order a pack of extra inserts, which you can order separately, because we find using 2 inserts what we use overnight and for going out, and so it's really handy to have. So we did end up buying extra of those. And comparing these 2 inserts, the ones from Le Petit Ours are made out of bamboo. The ones from Nora's Nursery are made out of a mix of microfiber and bamboo. It's mostly bamboo, like 80% bamboo. These ones are slightly bigger than the other ones, not lengthwise, but width, they are slightly bigger. So those are the diapers we use, the companies we have ordered from, and the differences between the 2 of those. Now on to how we do the whole cloth diapering, our washing routine, all of that kind of thing. We have a set of 24 diapers, 24 for Tobias, and then we bought 24 for her as well. She is not in cloth diapers yet. We don't start cloth diapering until, I think with Tobias, he was like 7 or 8 months, just because we found that he was such a small baby, and then when we put the diaper on him, it was literally like his butt was just all diaper. There was just his body and then this massive diaper. So we waited till he filled out a bit more and fit the diaper better. So we will probably wait until she is 5-6 months. She's a bit of a chunkier baby than he is, so she might fit them sooner than he did. You can buy newborn diapers, but for us that just seemed to not really be worth it because you spend the money on them and they're only in them for a few months. Whereas with the next size up, which is like a 1 size diaper, they'll fit them for Tobias 8 months until we potty train him, which could be, who knows. He is 1.5 and we are not quite ready to start potty training yet. Probably somewhere closer to 2.5. I'd like to have him potty trained by 3, but yeah, we'll see. We are not there yet. The newborn diapers, it just really didn't seem worth it to us. So we have her in disposables for now until she fits the cloth diapers well enough, and then we will start cloth diapering her. So as I said, we use 1 insert occasionally when we're at home and 2 inserts overnight and occasionally throughout the day, or if we're going out in particular, so that we don't have to worry about changing the diaper regularly because it's getting really full. We do still cloth diaper when we go out. We don't bring disposables with us, though I do usually keep a disposable in the backpack just as a backup. We don't use that many disposables. We use them only for like emergency situations. When we go out, we have these wet bags, which basically they are like waterproof, sealed inside, so you don't have to worry about any mess leaking out of the bag into your diaper bag or wherever you have this stored. So when you change them, you can just throw the dirty diaper in here and it'll all stay within here. You don't have to worry about mess. We also have a large wet bag that we hang in Tobias's bedroom, which is where we store all his diapers for changes when we're just at home. I have not found smell to be an issue from the diaper bag in particular. It tends to be more of an issue with the garbage can. We use diaper liners inside the diapers. This is not something that you have to use, but if you don't use them, you are going to be scraping the poop off of all of your diapers, which I've had that before where a diaper was missing a liner and that was not fun to clean up, let me tell you. So we use liners. These are just, I believe they're just bamboo, and they basically come in a roll with these little sheets that you rip off and put in your diaper. Yes, they do look to be quite huge, but you want them like that. You want them to cover as much of the diaper as possible so that you don't have to worry about cleaning up the diaper with excess poop, and also so that you can avoid staining and stuff like that. Poop just lands in there. You take this off the diaper, you throw it in the garbage with the poop, and that's it, you're done. All of the pee and everything will go straight through this, so it'll only catch the poop. This will not absorb the pee. It just catches all of the not liquid stuff. I know some of these say that they are flushable. I would not recommend it. I have seen reviews of people saying that they were told that this was flushable and they flushed it and it clogged their toilet. You can find washable diaper liners, but for us that just really seems to defeat the purpose, because the whole purpose of using a liner is that you don't have to worry about scraping poop off the diaper, whereas if you have to go and scrape it off the liner, what's the point? That's my opinion on it anyway, and why we do not use washable liners. Moving on to how we wash our diapers. I usually wash them every 4 to 5 days, depending on when we are running low and they need to go in the wash. I will take all the diapers in the wet bag to the laundry room, and I will sort through all the diapers that need to be scraped a little bit and all the ones that are fine. Either they were just pee and there's no poop on them, or the poop, like, it doesn't need to be scraped off. It can just go straight in the wash. I'll put all those in the washing machine. And then I will take the diapers that have more poop on them, and I'll just take a toothbrush over the toilet and kind of like try to scrape some of that poop off. You can buy, I believe, a like little shower head that attaches to your tub, and you can like spray the diapers into the toilet. That is not something we have invested in. I found that doing this works fine. It can make a bit of a mess. I know some people will just take the diaper and like swish it around in the toilet. I've tried that before and I find it doesn't really get enough of the poop off. It just kind of gets the diaper wet and the poop wet, but a lot of it still just sticks to the diaper. You kind of need to use something to scrape it off a little bit. So that is what I do, and then I'll just give the toilet and everything a good clean afterwards. I wash our diapers on warm. You kind of need the warm water to help kill all the bacteria and everything from the poop and pee and stuff in the diapers. You do have to be careful which detergent you use, because detergents with fabric softeners, there's stuff in some detergents that can actually wreck your cloth diapers. A layer will build up on your diapers that will repel the liquid and stuff, which means your baby's peeing and it's just running off the diaper, which is not what you want. I will link down below a website that lists all the detergents that are safe and not safe to use for cloth diapers, so you guys can go there and check it out and figure out which detergents you should and should not use. So that is what I do for washing our diapers. And then for drying, I'll put them all in for one cycle, and then usually I'll take all the diapers out and the inserts I'll leave in and either put in another cycle with some other laundry that needs to be dried, or I'll just put them in for an extra 10-20 minutes. Just I find that usually one cycle isn't enough to get them fully dry because they're meant to absorb water, so they don't dry super easily. It does take a while to get them dry. So I find that the extra 10-20 minutes or a full cycle with other laundry is enough to get them perfectly dry and ready to be stuffed. Since we have pocket diapers, stuffing is something that I do have to do, and for me, I actually enjoy it. Laundry is something that is relaxing for me, and I find it kind of therapeutic. So I will usually turn on a YouTube video or a show and I'll sit down and stuff my diapers, and I really don't mind the extra time at all. Stripping your diapers is something else you will hear about. It has been a year of cloth diapering, like I said at the beginning, and I have not stripped my diapers yet. I find they don't seem to have a big smell or anything to them, even after a year of them being pooped in and peed in. And I find that scraping the diapers, the extra poop, actually really does help with that, because I didn't used to scrape them. I would just throw them straight in the wash with all the poop on them and everything. But I would take them out of the wash and there would be a noticeable smell. And I looked up about it and stuff, and it's that all that poop floating around in the washing machine is trying to clean all that out, and so the diapers don't get properly cleaned. So that is why I take the extra time to scrape all the poop off that didn't land in the liner, because that will affect the smell your diapers have. With scraping off my diapers, I have not found odor to be an issue, and I know that stripping them can be a bit hard on the fabric. If you're stripping them too often, it can actually wreck your cloth diapers, so you want to only do it when necessary. The website down below, it also talks about stripping as well, I believe. So now that you know all about how we cloth diaper, now on to the cost of cloth diapering versus disposables, and is it actually worth it? I'm going to share based off of what we spent on our cloth diapers and how much we would have spent on the disposables that we buy. We buy the Hello Bello brand. So this is just how much of a price difference it is for us. So a box of diapers from the brand we buy, Hello Bello, is usually around, it's like $26.99. It's around $27. We usually buy a box every 1.5 to 2 weeks, at least right now in the newborn stage. It becomes less as they get older. So this is just like an approximation. Let's say we spend $27 every 2 weeks. So that ends up being $54 a month that we spend, which is $648 in a year. And let's say we're diapering until the age of 3. In a whole 3 years of disposables, buying 2 boxes a week of the brand we buy, which is $27, that ends up being $1,944 that we've spent on diapers, which that's a pretty big number. That's almost $2,000 just spent on diapers. So now how much do we spend cloth diapering? Because we do buy the liners. So we recently bought her set of diapers and that came to around $338. We did also buy 2 diapers for Tobias with that, and I believe those two were about $30 for the two of them. So approximately for what we bought for her whole set of diapers, that all came to around $338. The liners, we tend to buy them every 2.5 months. Depending on the ones you buy, they can be around $30 or around $45. So I'm gonna average it out and say $35. We usually try to go for the cheaper ones, so 35 is probably more accurate for us. So that would end up being around $14 a month that we are spending on liners. So $14 a month compared to $54 a month. That's a pretty big difference. So yes, we did buy the diapers, and that's not included in that difference. But anyways, with buying the liners, that would be about $168 in a year. And in 3 years of cloth diapering, we would have spent about $504 on liners, plus the $338 on the diapers, wet bag, inserts, all that stuff. If we add that up, then in 3 years of cloth diapering, with the cost of the liners and the whole cloth diapering set, all of that, it would come to a total of $842 for 3 years. There is a small issue with this number, and that is that it doesn't include the months of using disposables before they fit into the cloth diapers. Since I was using Esme's set in this example, and we plan on starting to cloth diaper her at about 6 months, that would be about $324 spent on disposables before we start cloth diapering. Adding that with the cost of the diaper set and the amount we would spend on liners from then on, the number comes to $1,082. Still big enough of a difference to make it worth it for us. Now, yes, if you buy cheaper diapers and if you buy more expensive liners, there are variances within that. It is a rough estimation. Still, it gives you an idea of the difference between cloth diapering versus disposables. For us, cloth diapering has been totally worth it. It's been a really good experience for us. We have not had a lot of issues cloth diapering, and yes, it has saved us money. Now, in the first year, you might not notice that much difference because you do end up spending a large amount of money at once buying the diapers and the inserts and the wet bags and all of that. Whereas with disposables, it's kind of spread out. Once you buy the bulk of your cloth diapering supplies and then you just have to buy the liners, it really is so much cheaper. That is how we do cloth diapering, how it has worked for us, our washing routine. Be sure to check out that website down below if you're interested in cloth diapering and want some information on detergents you should use and other stuff. And I will also link Le Petit Ours and Nora's Nursery down below for you guys, so if you're interested in checking them out and their cloth diapers. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for future videos from me. And my baby is calling my name, so I will go and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.